Actually, it says that you disabled it. So
okay.
say...
There you go. Sorry about that.
Okay, no worries. Alrighty. And then I just say super much. Oh, wait a minute. I can say second screen. Hey, how it goes. All right. I'm at the homepage, at the Aarhus project homepage.
Yeah.
And how I was told that apparently I can find the files is that you go into, you find the sårbar områder, for example. This is the vulnerable area we're talking about.
That's actually one of the two that I actually managed to download off here yesterday.
Yeah. So far so good. Exactly, because then you click here, and then you can click on the tab here, and then you apparently can get the bar. But as you can see, most there's not a lot of data in them. Okay, this one is there's a little bit. But you see, I would probably expect a little more even data here. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Okay, but if you already figured that out, there's nothing new there.
Yeah, and like I said, the shape area column specifically, we don't have to worry about because we can calculate the area. That's easy. That's easy.
Okay, good. All right, but that let's try to get started here. Well, they also told me that if you use the info tool here, you should be able to press on a polygon, and then we'll tell you some data. But last time I tried, it was like, yeah, sure, you hit a polygon, but there's no data here, so that's just your problem.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So now, I mean, I guess we have to recreate the same type of setting. Come on, man. In QGIS, so we take 3 layers and then put them on top of each other, and then we extract how much of the vulnerable area. So I mean, there is left when you take the others away. Yeah.
Okay. So and that kind of processing I can show you for sure. I just and we could jump right into that, or would you rather spend some time trying to figure out how to get the data? Or it's kind of up to you how you like to proceed.
You sent me a homepage for a different service I saw.
Yeah.
So now it seems like, I mean, back in the days, they where did that go? Yeah, here we go. Yes. They only had one homepage, and that was aerial info, where they had everything. But now it appears that it's just spread out all over different services, and
I'm afraid that's true.
This one I didn't know, but it seems like most of them have the same, and then occasionally one of them has something different. So I'll just save this one. So I guess you just find whatever you want, and then you press on it, and then download it. What format would you usually download in?
Okay, so are you familiar with WMS, WFS?
Not really. Well, I know that's the type of files I've been using, but I don't know what it means.
Okay, so let's start with those. So yeah, these are ways to stream data across the internet, and so WMS stands for Web Map Service, and that's not usually what you want, because especially for these polygons, these areas, because a WMS service is just streaming an image of a map. So you don't actually get the data. You just get an image of a map, and that works really well for things like aerial photos, where all you need to do is see the photo and that's it. But it doesn't work so well if you need the municipal plan, for example. So WFS stands for Web Feature Service, And with that, it actually streams the actual features, the actual data to QGIS. And so
Okay, so
at that point, you can save them locally as a shapefile or a geo package, whatever format you want, but you can actually save the data locally and start working with them like you need to do to clip areas or erase areas and calculate, hectares and things like that.
all right, that's a very good information.
So with both of those, what they're going to provide you is just a URL. And so there is a place in QGIS that you can plug those in. So for example, let me I have one. I'm going to paste a URL into our chat.
Yep. Should I just start a blank project in QGIS?
You can just continue with this one. So
I never managed to open the one you sent me.
Okay.
When I ask to, when I go in and say open project, I can't see the file, which is a little bit weird.
Okay, yeah, what I sent you was a thing called a geo package, which is kind of like it has data inside it, but the QGIS project is in there also.
Okay, so I'll just say new project.
So go to the project menu.
Yeah, and top
in the upper left.
Corner. Yes.
So click on that.
New geo package.
No. We don't need new geo package. Just go to that project menu. So click on the word project.
Yeah.
Higher. Yeah. Yes. And then go open fra.
Yeah. Geo package.
Geo package.
Alrighty.
And now click that little browse button with the dot to the right.
Alrighty.
And find that geo package I sent you wherever you unzipped it.
Oh, who's GPG?
Yeah. And open.
Go for it. Yep.
And then there's a project name EcoTree in there. And so click OK. So this is kind of like a little database that you can store data and a project in.
Looks colorful. Very Swedish in its colors. I like it.
So this is the Kommuna plane for Aarhus. And the link that I just sent you in the chat is where I got that. And so I can show you how to hook QGIS up to that service. So
please.
So let's see, go to so you have 3 panels here on the left side of QGIS. You have the browser.
2 seconds. I'll just try again. Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, just if I go too fast, just tell me to wait, to slow down. So on the left-hand side, you have these 3 panels, and the top one is the browser. So scroll down in the browser, and you'll see what are called kind of data providers. And so there's one there for WMS, and then there's one for WFS a little farther down. So what you want to do
WFS OGC.
Yeah, so OGC is it's all acronyms. So OGC is the Open Geospatial Consortium, and that's just this international organization that created the protocol for WMS and WFS. That's all that is.
Well, I used to work in the Army with Americans, so I'm kind of used to just in your abbreviations.
Yeah, alphabet soup. Yeah.
There are so many of them.
So
I click on that.
Yeah, right click on it.
Right click. Okay.
And new full
connection.
Yeah.
And then put the URL.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah, give it a name and paste the URL in.
And this is the Kommuna plane.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a moment. And this must be the one from 17. So.
Yes.
Um, and then you're not supposed to make. I've seen all professional people. They always do this underscore.
Yeah, with this, the name could be anything. So it's really good that you know that for files, but it doesn't really matter here. You could use spaces in this name.
I just see all the professional people. They always use underscore.
Yeah.
I feel more professional.
It's good habit to be in. Yeah. So click OK.
No, nothing else. Just put the URL in and click OK.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll click OK.
And now, if you click the little arrow to the left of WFS, you'll expand that, and you'll have your one entry. And if you click the little arrow to the left of that, there's a bunch of layers.
Interesting things, yeah.
So there's a lot of good data in there, and that's where I got that Kamuna plane, is from this list.
Yeah.
Let me show you one other trick with this. Another way to access this. So originally I had you click on that project menu in the upper left, and to go 2 buttons below that, there's a button on the left that has like a red, a yellow, and a blue rectangle just above the word browser. It's a button
red.
No, just above the word browser in the browser panel.
Okay, yeah.
So that opens up this data source manager.
Yeah.
So click that. It's another way to get to the same stuff. And so you'll find that same WFS link tab. So click on the WFS tab below that.
Yeah.
But you're on WMS. Click on WFS.
Sorry. Yes. There we go.
And you see that your Kamuna plane Suten Aarhus is there. So you can click connect.
And then they come here.
Yeah, and you can type here. You can type in a filter. So you could type in Kamuna plane, or even I think some of the forest data might be in there. So you can even type in scope and see what if anything comes up.
That didn't really work out for me.
No, I don't think there's any of that in there. But I think if you type scope, you might find.
Here we go. Yes. All right.
And so any one of those, you could click on it and then click Tilfoy to add it to your project.
And then we'll throw it in. But are they already on from one you?
No, we don't. They haven't been added to QGIS yet. You're just you're connected to all these services, but you have to actually add the ones to QGIS that you want.
All right, and let's see. Here we got. So this is the one who. Should I just click OK? No.
Just click OK.
And then,
with it highlighted in blue like that, you would just click add.
I built connection with this, and then
No, you don't have to do that. You should be able to just click Tilfoy.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, totally. There we go. Yep. Oh, okay. Because
now that gets added to QGIS.
Entire country. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
And then you can close this. Yeah, when you're done.
Okay. Yeah. So this one tells the places. Let's see. I know that area is where they don't want it. So just trying to figure out what we actually opened here. Okay, I think this is the area they don't wish to have forest. Okay.
So right now you're just, this layer is kind of just being served to you via that URL. And if you wanted to save it as a local file, you could select the polygons that you want, since you don't need the whole country, and right click and export them to make them like a local file on your computer.
Oh, now that would be interesting. Okay, so how do I do that?
So let's see. Let's try one thing first. So click on the Comuna layer to highlight that in the layer panel. Yeah.
This one?
Where it says Comuna.
Oh. Yeah, here we go.
And then let's see how to direct you. If you, okay, under the word processing, up above top of QGIS, kind of top middle, to the right.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, under that, there, click that button right under there. That's a select feature button.
Yeah.
So don't click on the word processing. I was just trying to get you to the right part of QGIS. So let go of that, but click the button right under the word processing.
That one.
Yeah. So that's a select feature button, and click on the Aarhus Comuna. Just click anywhere in the.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so now the Aarhus Comuna is selected. Okay.
Oh, so because I first it only selected that because I first kind of marked that was what I was talking about.
Right. Yeah. So the layer that you have highlighted in the layer panel is the one that tool will interact with.
Okay, now that is a very good. Okay, now it's really
yeah, it's
right now. Yeah,
it's still pulling things from the web. So okay, so next, let's see. What version of QGIS is this?
The latest one, I think. Just a moment, I can find that. It's a 3.22.3.
Okay, so let me bring mine up and see. Yeah. Okay, so the tool you used to select this, go back, but go one, two, three over, and there's another little yellow tool to the right that has a little, that one. Click that one. That's select by location. And so what we can do is tell it to select the Skoen Rising Mole Område, the one that.
Oh, okay, yeah, the afforestation area.
Yeah, so we're going to select.
That's a pretty tricky word. That. Okay, so I select out here in the.
No. You just in this window that popped up where it says Comuna at the top.
Yeah.
Click the drop down and choose that SCO layer instead.
Yeah. That one there.
And you're gonna, so that's what you're gonna select from, and you're gonna select those that intersect Comuna, just the way it's set up now. But click the button below Comuna that says to use just the selected features. See where it says Comuna in the second drop down.
Oh, here. Okay, yeah. Here,
and just below that, there's a little checkbox. So keep that on Comuna.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Anvend kun valgt. Okay. Only select. Yep. I got it.
Okay. So now you're going to select records from the layer that we're connected to that just intersect the selected Comuna.
All right.
Does that make sense?
It totally does. Actually, I got this far, but then it didn't work out because the formats of the layers of the files or whatever didn't work, or didn't have data in them. So okay,
we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Okay, so I'll just press run.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Jag lär dansk med jag är ingång med att lära dansk. Men min dansk är inte så gott.
Ja, men det held og lykke med det. Det er svært i Danmark, fordi alle taler engelsk.
Det er rigtig svært.
og det er et svært sprog, så det good on you. Did you find a wife, or what on earth would you go here?
I love it here. I brought my wife with me from America.
Wow,
I found a wife 20 years ago, but I brought her here.
But that's usually why men get stupid ideas like living in Denmark. That's why, because they find someone. Okay, nice, good on you.
I love Denmark, so yeah. So go ahead and Luke, close this.
Yep.
And so now the ones that are in Aarhus are selected.
Yeah, okay, so I can just say this is the polygons that are overlapping with the Aarhus. So it's also some of them that's outside of Aarhus, I can see.
That's
with a brief
okay.
Look.
This is an easy way to start. So now right click on that PDK layer in the layers, go to the layers panel. And instead of clicking Kamuna, click the one above it.
Yeah, that one.
And now right click on that layer. And when you right click on it, you get this menu of things you can do to that layer. And you're going to go down to Exporter. Exporter, and you want to save selected features as the second option.
Save features as
save selected features.
Yeah.
And we can save them into the Geo package that I gave you. So click the little dot button over to the right for file.
Here we go. Yeah.
And find that Geo package that you unzipped for me.
I kind of hoped it would be in there. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
There
so inside that.
Yep. So click that.
Okay.
And then just give it a new lay noun. So call it what makes sense to you. And this is where underscores are good.
Okay. But maybe we should just try to do this once again, because I'm a little suspicious about the layer we found.
Okay.
Because I can't tell whether it is places they want forest or they don't want forest.
Okay. That's fine.
But maybe I have a different layer that I know. I think this is the forest not wished. But I can't be sure. Well, wait a minute. I can just check it out just really briefly. If I just go into.
We could also see in QGIS what kind of attributes that layer had too.
That is true. Sometimes this is just very strange. Oh, here we go. Sorry. It's like they added a lot of extra layers here. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Okay, what's going on? Yeah, here we go. Yes, and then we say this one and this one. Okay, so these are the two layers. That is, the red one is places we wish to be and places we don't wish. And when I go to QGIS, I see, yes, it appears that this one is covering both of them. Okay, that doesn't help us a lot.
Unless it has an attribute that distinguishes between the two.
Oh yeah, maybe we can colorize it so we actually have an idea what's going on.
We could also just look at the attributes. So, okay, so first off, you can turn off the purple pink layer because we're done with that. And
that one. Right
click on the Sko Rising Aarhus layer.
Yeah.
That top one. And go down and open attribute table.
Yep. Ooh.
So we can see if there's anything useful in here. Yeah, in these tables, you can also sort the records. So there's 172 polygons you can see at the top of this in this layer.
Yeah.
And so, for example, to pick a column like any of them,
First one, for example.
Yeah, you could left click on FID and sort ascending or descending.
Oh,
so you can do that for any of these columns to quickly kind of see what's in a column, if it's all the same value or if there's more than one value in a column.
Yeah, some of it's definitely the same. Okay, but this particularly thing about the area that I'm interested in.
Oh, it's status? Or...
Yeah, sometimes it say how much surface area it's covering.
Oh, like I said, we can calculate that.
Yeah.
In fact, if you want to know how to do that, I can show you right now.
Yeah, I guess we so this was the overlapping part.
Let me
let's finish what you were about to.
You want to know how to calculate areas, or you want to make sure you got the right layer first?
Let's continue where we are and then take the other one.
Okay. So it's good to know how to open the attribute table, because this is just how you learn about what kind of data that comes with these polygons. And sometimes it's really good, useful information, and sometimes not. And so I don't know.
Sure.
That doesn't sound like there's what you're looking for in here. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, if we can calculate the area in other ways, I guess it doesn't really matter. What we are aiming for in the very end is to find out, okay, how does this area overlap with the metrical numbers?
Yeah.
And in the very, very end, I'll find out, okay, how to contact the owners of these metricals. But that's an address layer that we maybe don't have. That kind of information could be restricted.
Actually, all the address data in Denmark is open. And my company Septima does a lot of work on that, and it's it might be a more advanced topic, but we kind of specialize in setting up services for that kind of thing. And it may be that we already have a service that would do that, but it would also be something that you would have to subscribe to, because and then we would guarantee that it's continually updated and accurate.
All right, we can maybe take that afterwards, but that's kind of promising. Because that's something we would need from time to time. Find out, okay, where's the areas, who to contact to buy them.
Because as you've seen, like in Denmark, there's a lot of this data on all the different components of land ownership. The Ejendom boundaries and the Jordstykker and all of these different pieces, but the data aren't always attached in a useful way. So
no, that's
my company has spent a lot of time developing things that can be useful to people for that reason. So
that's much appreciated. Because that's, I mean, you can find it, but you have to click 4 times every time you have and that's about 4,000 clicks.
Exactly.
So that would be useful.
Okay. So this is kind of what we just went through was first of all, connecting to a WFS service. So you set that up by going to the browser panel and going to WFS and then putting in the name and the URL of the new service, and then you're connected to it.
So yes, but that was with the geo package. Is that always how you do it? I think I tried to do it with single layer.
So we exported this into a geo package, and geo package is a nice modern format that's becoming very popular for lots of reasons, because it can store all these different layers in one nice package, but it can also store the QGIS project. It can also store layer symbology. So it's a really useful container for data, but you could have also saved this out as a shape file, which you're probably familiar with, or other formats.
No. Okay, I know the words. I can't remember what they mean anymore.
Okay,
That's
so
the issue.
So there are a lot of different file formats out there, and some are designed to store vector data. So vector data is anything that's points, lines, and polygons.
Yeah, so that is a digital version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's raster data, which is pixels, like photographs, images, elevation. And so there are different formats for each. And so for vector data, there's this thing called a shapefile, and a shapefile is a collection of files that all have the same name that make one GIS layer. And it's a very old format, and it's common, but it has some limitations. So one limitation is that these column names that we're looking at, like UUID here or TEMA code, these in a shapefile, those column names can't be longer than 10 characters. And that gets really limiting. In a geopackage, they can be hundreds of characters long if they need to be. So sometimes when you obtain data from a WFS service, they might have longer field names, and if you save it out as a shapefile, those get cut off at 10 characters, and that can be that can be annoying.
So I will always try to see if we can save something as a geopackage when I'm working with it.
It's the default format for QGIS, and it works quite well.
Fair enough. And when I download things, I can usually there's a save it as a geopackage if it's a little bit modern. Yep.
So yeah, that you wouldn't have heard of a geopackage because no one had even thought of it in 2011 when you were taking classes from Lena. This was invented in 2016 or 2017, so it's pretty new.
Fair enough. Okay, so far so good. So when I now got these, why don't we try to make like a selected layer? So we take we do the overlapping, and then we save what is left.
Okay, so right now,
the thing about this layer we're looking at, we don't know what part of it is afforestation wished and afforestation not wished. It's just orange all of it, which is a problem. Yeah.
So how do we find that out? What do we need to find that out?
I would hope that if we look in this, it will have this indication of what is what, but it doesn't look like it to me.
What's in that column that said status? Because that seems like a column that would be important. There's one that said,
It's like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3.
So you can click on the status column to toggle it ascending and descending. The one to the right of that.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Oh, so it's all the same. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but what we can do, I have a different project open. I can just open that, and I don't know the state of those files, but they are there, so we can see. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and bring that one up. And you could leave this one open and just open a second QGIS. And
how do I do that?
Just close that. Click close on, and then just go down to your start menu and open up QGIS again from your.
Okay, fair enough.
So the windows, however you usually get it. Yeah, the windows. Let's see. So go down to the window icon in the lower left corner.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
It just needs to. think a bit about it. It's live and so on. Here we go.
So you can have multiple versions of QGIS open simultaneously.
Okay.
If you have one layer in one project that's useful, you can copy it and paste it into the other project.
Alrighty. So here we, come on, man. I should probably just open something. Can you see this?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I should probably just open the commune. Let's see, here we go. Administration borders.
Commune in dealing.
Yeah, that's probably that one. Yeah, here we go. Good. All right. Here you see the kind of khaki yellow is places that don't have forest, or they don't want forest. The green ones is they want forest, and the purple one is those vulnerable areas.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think they have an awful lot of data in them. The layers. So this is probably yes. This is the VMS. Can you do anything with them?
No, it's just going to be a picture of a map. You can't really do anything with it because it's WMS.
Alrighty. Okay. So that doesn't leave us very well off, but at least we can.
But what layer are these purple and green areas coming from?
I think
it's not coming from that because that's turned off. See the little checkbox next to it is unchecked, so that means we're not seeing it on the map.
It must be that one.
Oh yeah.
That's also
so we need to find that as a WFS.
Alrighty. Let's.
Where did you get that?
Now I've been experimenting a little bit.
Because it's good because you know the data exists, but now we need to find it in an actual format that gives you the actual data.
Yeah. Let's see. So I managed to import some layers, but then I couldn't do the analysis because they were obviously in the wrong format.
You can't do anything with that WMS. It won't.
Okay. So now that
won't let you do anything other than look at it.
And I'm very good at looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's see if we'll just good. So if I'm just opening a layer,
so like a layer that you have on your hard drive.
Yeah, I mean just on a hard drive, for example.
Well, yeah, one way is you could just use the browser panel to browse through your hard drive and find things, or you would use that data source manager button. Or you could. This works too. You could toolfoil vector lay.
So this is the one yes.
Yeah, but that's only going to be connected to the one WFS service we just added.
Okay, but this is the F. Right. All right.
Yeah, and so we added that one service, but that's the only one. And maybe that data is in there. I don't know.
Yeah, but it was in a weird mixed format. Okay, how do you say like the browse? Where's that?
So just one go down from where you just were. That button.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that one.
You can browse, and you can browse your computer for data that you have.
All right. Okay. We're getting somewhere here. Okay.
Okay, and if this Aarhus Van is a folder that you need to go back to a lot, I think it's available here. If you right click on that folder.
Yeah, this one. I think it's.
You can add it as a favorite.
Oh, there we go.
And it'll be easier to find now.
That is very helpful. Yeah.
because
okay, so there was nothing in that one. Okay, here we go.
Spreadsheets.
They're spreadsheets, but you can import them too, can't you?
If they have X and Y coordinates in them.
Hmm.
That usually doesn't work for polygons, only points.
Okay, that's a very good point. Oh, yeah, we got this one too. Yeah. Okay.
So those are.
These are VMS too.
Yeah.
The VMS. Yeah.
You can tell by
Okay.
that icon that it's an image. The little pixel icon means it's an image.
Fair enough, because I didn't know better, so I probably downloaded all of them in that shape. But what we could do is, so you did try to download it from this August homepage, and that didn't work for you?
Well, so which layer in particular?
The forest.
Okay, this layer here, the SCO-till planting.
Yeah.
Who wants to?
If I now ask to have that exported. And,
so I think what we do, close this table. And over to the right, there is a download button.
Yeah, but that only makes you access certain. Okay, yeah, but here we have no, wait a minute.
And if it's not in here, it may be that it's not available as a layer that we can download. It might just be WMS.
Right. Okay, that's kind of a bummer there. And these are the different types of formats I can download.
Yeah.
I mean, what is that? The geo package, that one?
No, that's a GPX. That's a GPS format. So you would want Esri shapefile. Out of that list, Esri shapefile would be the one that would be most useful to you.
Okay, good. What is that file format anyway? So that's this bigger.
Yeah, this good. It gets a little into the weeds, as we say in English. But OGR to OGR is just a tool that's used to convert between different file formats. And so for some reason, they're just telling you that it's going to use OGR.
But if it says shapefile, we can like, okay, it's a bit old school, but they usually work.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, that's great. All right, so we have this vulnerable areas one.
Yeah, and I actually already downloaded that and put it into your geo package.
Okay.
So since it was there, I grabbed that one. But that's how I did it. Was I got into this download window and I selected it, and yeah.
And you tried this one and it didn't work for you. You couldn't find it in a format where it had the right types of coordinates here. It says.
Oh, Esri shapefile.
Shapefile. Let's give it a try.
Let's give it a try. Yeah, the website is confusing to me.
It is. I think it's just meant for like visual assessment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see what's in that.
Unpack. And I'll just.
So yeah, you need to unzip it.
Yeah.
And inside you'll see a whole bunch of files.
Unzipping it right now. What a mess. Stop this. Okay. Here we go. This one.
Yeah.
Anything you like here?
Yeah. So that's a shapefile. That's what a shapefile looks like.
Okay.
And collectively, that creates one GIS layer.
Good. So now, if I go into our other little jolly project here, for example, and I open that one.
Yeah, you can.
Actually, I might as well just do it in this one, because then we have something to put on top, and then we can see whether it works or not.
Yeah.
So I'll just open the, which button?
Yeah, that works.
That one. Okay, good. And then
And
we
just,
say,
there it is.
just
There's the
want to
folder for it. So yeah,
build a new one.
expand that folder
Okay.
and
then I click on this
select that and
just double click on it.
yeah. Or you can even just drag and drop onto your map.
Okay. Oh, that was not it. All right. Okay. So, oh yes. Let's see if that works. How do we see if it's alive? So it's a shapefile.
Yeah, that's a shapefile, and we can see the. Well, you can reposition things. So the layers in your layer panel, it's like a stack of panique, you know.
Yeah. So I just place it on top, and I can see it's correctly. It is that it is the unwished areas.
Okay, great.
So how do we see if it's kind of, what do you say, functional or?
Well, it's functional because it's a shapefile.
Okay, good. So why don't we just try to download the other one too? Now we are at it. I mean, after such a great success. Okay. So now this one really doesn't, and then we say shape. Wow, I am the best GIS.
You're on a roll.
I am on fire, I'm telling you. See, that's the thing about this. So I've actually been doing somewhat this, but it's just the final thing about understanding what kind of file format and what on earth I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is the right place. Yeah.
And I can also write up a kind of a bulleted list of what we did for you too.
That would be very helpful, because I'm picturing. So when you sort of have the basis, you can find the rest on YouTube. But if you don't have the basis, it's just endless time of people going blah blah blah.
Yeah, and then next week you're like, what did I do?
Yeah, exactly. Who am I, and how did it all? So that was the one I used for. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And
yep, you have a favorite now.
Then
So
I just drag and drop in here.
So open the folder first. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, no, it's not entirely. Okay, so that may just be because it's a little older or newer. I don't know. So
yeah,
there's tiny pieces of area here that it doesn't covering.
Yeah.
Just interesting, but yeah, I mean, you can't get it all. That is just nice to know. Let's just keep it like that. Okay. Woo.
So do we now need
got 3?
So do we have the purple layer too in the other project?
Let's see the purple area here. So that should be a.
Oh, that's that. What? Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So now we got the 3 layers. Eh?
Okay. So do we need to basically erase the purple areas from the other 2, or what do we need to do?
Okay. So in brief, the purple areas are the vulnerable areas.
Okay.
And that is where the water plant company wants to give us money for planting trees.
Okay.
Good. The red areas is places with the municipality do not want trees.
Okay, so we need to erase those from the purple area.
Let's start by doing that.
Okay.
And then round 1.
So I'm going to have you go to the processing menu up at the top middle. Yeah,
that was the process thing. Yeah.
And go to well, actually, let me make it simpler. Go to the left and go to the vector menu.
Vector menu.
Keep going to the left.
Vectors.
Right there.
Okay.
Yep. And go to geoprocessing vectoil.
Geometric geoprocessing vector. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And it's put down. It's
sorry.
That's okay. I need to know it.
This is cutting. This is
Foxel.
yeah.
Forskel.
Difference.
Difference.
Yeah. Forskel. Yeah. Okay.
Forskel. Okay. So with this tool, you can read the description to the right. So it extracts features from the input layer that fall outside or partially overlap the overlay layer. So, so we want to remove things from the purple layer. So the input layer is the Solba Omroller. And yeah, the overlapping layer is the, whatever that pink one was called.
Yeah, okay, so now they
yeah, that one, 9778.
Yes, 7, because the orange one is the good one and the pink one is the bad one. And the other one is called, it must be this one.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I should have named it. Yeah.
And remember I'm recording this, so you can always watch this back too. So then to save it out, you're going to save the Forskel layer out. So click to the right of Forskel, click that drop down button, the ... with a little down arrow.
Yep.
And
save the file.
Click, saved file. You could save it to a shape file if you want. So click save. I'll show you how to do that. Save the file. And instead of GeoPackage at the bottom, you choose shapefile if you want shapefile. So it's your choice. So SHP
what is your recommendation?
I don't really have one. I think for what we're dealing with, it won't matter.
Okay.
So it's really whatever you feel most comfortable with.
I have no clue.
Okay.
So since they are both shapefiles, I'll just take another shapefile. But you can mix them, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different formats for the data. It doesn't really matter. So you know, we could do this and then we could move it into the GeoPackage. We could save things from the GeoPackage out to shapefiles. It doesn't really matter.
All right. So
we do need to save it into a folder that is so it's saving it into this default processing outputs folder up there, and we want to put it in with the rest of the data. So you want to go on the left hand side where it says to data set. We want to go into your to data set folder.
I'm just making a really good name up here. Yeah, so we can go in here, data set here.
Yeah, and I guess maybe this is a good place to save it. I don't know. It's kind of up to you.
This is where I saved the rest of it. So.
Yeah.
And it's because it has a name that should be recognizable.
Good.
Okay. And then run.
Good. Okay, we can fix this. This happens a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that happened last time I tried it myself.
This is a good teachable. So leave this tool open. So I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay, I wonder if I can have the ability to drive. Yes, I can. So anyway, okay, kind of pull this, just drag this window down so we can see the QGIS menus. So move the Forskel window down.
Yeah.
And where it says processing, we're going to open the processing menu and into Werkzeugkasse. So we're going to go to open the toolbox.
Yes. Give it up.
And that opens up to the right. So let's
somewhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, come. No. Okay.
Yeah, these panels will dock anywhere. So
that's fucking annoying. Sorry.
Okay, so let's put it back where it was. Put it over to the right. That's kind of a good place for it. Where it originally was. All the way over to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you keep moving all the way to the edge of the window, it should dock again over there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
And now move Forskel back to the left. Okay. So what we want to do it's the problem layer was SOBA Omrola, BNBO.
Yeah.
So that's highlighted now in the layers panel, which is good. And
right.
in the processing toolbox, there is move my zoom window out of the way. There's a little button at the top of the processing toolbox that looks like a little folder with a pencil on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, this allows you to run tools, processing tools in place. And so we're going to now go to the vector geometry tool set. Yep.
Okay.
And there's one called fixed geometries.
Fixed geometries. Righty.
What does that put down?
It is as much a training for you as it is for me. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I wish to have it in Danish. That's really stupid.
That's okay. Fixed geometry. It should be pretty.
So, I mean, a 6 as in the number, or
yeah, like repair. Like repair geometry.
Fix. Okay. I thought it said 6. There must be something with the geometry. Yeah. Correct.
There we go. Okay. So double click on that, and it fixes the geo. See the little green bar at the top? It went and fixed the geometries for that layer.
Okay.
So whenever you run into this issue, and you will run into it, especially with stuff you download from different agencies, sometimes they have little just minor errors in the geometry, and this tool will just fix it. So what it did when it fixed those was it put this also into edit mode. So you can see in the layers panel over to the left that there's a little pencil icon in the. So we just need you to right click on this layer and toggle out of edit mode. So yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then save it.
Yep. And now go back to the parameters tab of your full scale tool. Full scale.
In here?
Yeah. So go back to that first tab parameter on the upper left.
Yep.
And now just run again.
No, it says screw you again. Fixed geometry or change the processing.
Yeah. Wait a minute. We fixed it. Let's do it one more time. Let's just give you good practice. I don't believe this. Let's try to fix it again. Oh, you know what's happening? I think there's a selected feature. Okay. If you go to the top center of QGIS, there's the help menu.
Yep.
Over to the right.
Yep. And
then below, but I'm just using that to orient you. Below that, there's a button.
That one?
No, not get out of the menu. I was just kind of using that to get you to the right place. So to the button to the right of that is one for deselecting features.
Yeah.
And if you click the drop down, there's one version that will from all the layers. So
from all layers. So that's the first one.
Yeah. So I think when you opened up the attribute table at one point, I think you selected a record in the table, and so whenever you have a selected feature and you run a processing tool, it only works on that one selected feature. So I think we just fixed the geometries for one of the features and not the rest.
Okay.
So let's try to fix the geometries again.
All right. So I'll just press this one again.
Yeah.
It should be in here, and I didn't mark anything else. Okay. And
now right click and save. Toggle out of editing and save the edits.
This one. I'll just take it out of mode first.
Yep. And then save.
And then save. Okay. And then I can run this one again.
Yeah. Yay.
Oh, magic is happening. Okay, and then close.
Yep. So we should now have a layer that is just
That's the brown one, yeah.
Yeah. So it should be
Okay.
just the areas that are not excluded. So if we go up above and toggle the pink layer off and on, we should see that, yeah, it doesn't overlap.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Okay, can we then do another little layerish thing here?
Yep.
And then having the same with the orange layer. So now we just have an exclusive layer that's only where it's overlapping with the orange.
Okay, so now we want it only overlapping with orange.
Mm-hmm. Just
Okay.
to have a layer saying, okay, this is the place where we can get money for afforestation and where they want afforestation.
Okay, so we're going to use a tool called Clip to do that. It works like a it cuts one layer based on another.
Yep. Okay.
So go back to the vector menu to that first option, Vectoya, and click Clip.
Yep. And then I'll take the and then I'll take the oh wait a minute, I'm coming off here. That one, and then I'll take the
7/8 or 9/5. Yeah. And then you'll save this out to another shapefile.
While that was here.
Yeah, gem to field.
File.
Yeah.
And then the shapefile. Yep. And then we say.
And the second time it remembers where you had been working, so you're already in the right folder.
Good. Oh, wait a minute.
I would not use a plus sign in a shapefile name.
No, I'm just wondering what to call that. Because it's actually scores, and yeah. Sorry, it's been a little early this morning. Okay, so that is just.
So Babatula Soba Omrola. That's an area. What kind of area? What is Babatula Soba?
Vulnerable.
Ah, vulnerable area.
So means like wound.
Yeah.
And so that's vulnerable.
That's good for me to know. You know, in the US, almost all my GES was based around wild areas and conservation and the environment. So it's good for me to know.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So this is vulnerable areas plus afforestation wished. Okay, and run. It's probably gonna say the same.
Yeah, very good.
Hallelujah. Okay, and then it's been closed. Right. Let's see how we got that. So, and we can maybe buff off this too. And just need to clean up a little bit here. Okay, so what we have here, we have. No, what we did was. We should probably have done a little bit differently because now we cut the areas where they wanted forest out of the vulnerable areas and then save the rest of the vulnerable areas. While we should have done the opposite.
Oh, should have just clipped the original vulnerable areas with the.
Yeah, we should have seen where they overlapped, and then we wanted that small piece where they overlapped, and not the other way around.
Okay, so I mean, so we have so we want
the vulnerable areas where they want to have forest.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to clip the original. So
we need to clip the afforestation wished out of the vulnerable area. So we only have that piece left.
Yeah, okay. So we just need to clip the other layer. We just clipped the wrong layer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. One more time. So I go into vectors.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but I have to leave. But thank you so much. It was very interesting, and I'm gonna watch the recording of this session anyway.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you very
Have a
much.
good day.
Bye. You too.
And apparently my headphones just ran out of battery at the same time.
Ah,
Can you hear me?
yep, I can hear you.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so we use the clip tool again. We don't want to use the overlapping one.
No, as I understand it, we are clipping the original vulnerable areas layer with the orange layer that has the
So actually I want the orange layer in top, actually. And then we clip the
so you only have the orange layer where the vulnerable areas are.
yeah, we just want that little piece where there's an intersection overlap between the two layers. That's the only.
I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm a little lost on the layers, but try that and we'll see if it gives you what you're looking for, and if not, because I think you understand how the tool works now. So
Okay. At least we are that far. And then we want. Okay, so we take the afforestation, yeah, and the vulnerable areas. So we cut afforestation.
So you'll just have.
Okay, so vulnerable areas is cut out of afforestation right now. That's what it says.
So yeah, this is going to create the
small section where the two intersect or overlaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Inshallah. Let's go for it. Okay. And then we'll just do a little, 2.
Yep.
Okay, let's see if that worked. And then run.
Don't worry.
No special index exists.
That just means that it means it'll just take more time, but it only took a second and a half anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough. Okay, so I'll just close and see if I find the right.
Yes.
Okay. So now we just turn off these ones. And okay, yeah. That looks right, because it's then the yellow or the purple is only a very small area where we can see they're overlapping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that seems right.
Good.
Okay. So now that would have been very useful. Okay, so
so those two tools are going to probably be what you use most frequently. The difference and clip, which are kind of inverse from one another.
Okay. Okay, here comes the big one. So now we have the different polygons. Can we now convert that into what metrical and metrical numbers that is overlapping?
We can, if we have metrical polygons with those numbers in them.
That is where the now newly appointed expert in QGIS is Simon will go into say administrative here, and with his extraordinary skill, he will say I allow.
I did get the I allow.
Okay.
So there.
Yes, that's a section where the metrical numbers belongs. Okay, so we say yeah. Here. So these are the pieces of soil. So this would be the metricals, I guess. What would you call those in English anyway? Is that plots?
Yeah, parcel.
Parcel, yeah. Well, you do say parcel. We had a discussion about that the other day.
We do, yeah.
Okay. All right, and then we say.
You found out how to use this website. That's the secret sauce right there.
Yes, well, I didn't before, and it seems like it also works a little differently than when I tried last. They've been updating it within the last couple of days. Okay, and we just said, what happened or didn't happen? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sometimes it's just hiding. Okay. Okay.
Where is it in there? Is it the bottom?
No, that was not that one. Come on. Data set. Okay, here we go.
That's the zip file, yeah.
Okay.
So is that a zip file though, or is it just?
No, it should be all right. I'll just see it. So
okay,
I'll go into the
yep.
Data source. Oh, yeah, it's here. It should be here.
Yeah, you know, there's going to be 3 different ways to do the same thing. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Is that all of it?
That is pretty naughty. Yeah. All righty. Okay. Now we need to do some serious magic here.
Okay.
Okay. Now we got the whole parcel stuff underneath all our layers. So now we need to figure out, so that the last layer we do, that is the exclusive area
yeah.
of where they want this afforestation, and we get the money. Now we want to find out, okay, what metricals is there.
But the metricals don't cover those.
So they may only be partly covered.
Yeah.
Can we say, okay, we want in maybe a tab file or whatever kind of file, hey, we just want all that has contact with this layer, all the polygons underneath that had contact with the layer, we want them.
So you want the attributes of the metrical in the purple forested areas, the ones that we just generated with the clip. So the areas that you can get that are wanted and you get paid for, that you just created. You want the metrical attributes in those.
Yes. So, or I want a separate file with those matricals, because it all comes down to the parcels. The parcels is the one we need to buy. So all this different polygons with different shapes on the map doesn't matter. It all comes down to having the numbers on this matrical, so
Okay.
knowing people we have to contact and buy.
So one thing you could do initially is
And maybe just cook for a little bit, and then I go to the bathroom, and we have like a 10-second break.
yeah, let's take 5 minutes. Yeah.
What that do?
Okay.
Right.
I paused for a break. Okay, so we have, I guess my question is, we have these matrical that cover only a portion of these areas, but you need to know, okay, one thing we could do, let me explain this. One thing we could do is clip the matrical with these areas you've identified, and then you'd have a layer that's just the matrical in the areas that you've identified. As a starting place.
Yeah. So what? There's different elements in this. So matrical is a number consisting of a number and a letter, usually. Yeah. That number letter can only be used if you also take into account the ILO. So it is in a subdivision on the ILO, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth, ABC. So it needs to have the ILO too, otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So what we need in some way is to find that information that's linked to yeah, it's where it gets a little tricky here.
Jag förstår. So the I allow number is not in the attribute table for matrical. Have we checked?
I can just take a look at it. Otherwise, we can make another layer where that is. Should I just do that? Just for...
Yeah, there's a lot of useful ways that you can cut this depending on what the data looks like. So
yeah,
there's a thing called join by location you can do, where you can join attributes of one layer based on where they intersect another layer.
I'll just make a little. I'll just make a layer with the ILO too. Here. We have that.
So yeah, we could actually do a spatial join between the matrical and the ILO, and attach the ILO attributes to the matrical.
That was advanced. I'm all for it. Okay, cool. Should I?
Yeah, add the ILO to the QGIS
I
project.
add the ILO then.
And let's save your project while we're thinking about it. So
that's probably a pretty good idea. Oh yeah. So it's just called the Aarhusman project too. Okay, maybe I should just close some of all that crap I'm also having open. Some of all the, I can just take all the VMS layers off, right?
Yeah, so you would right click and remove layer.
Yeah. Actually, I just make them invisible because then they can be nice just to turn off and on, so we know what is going on.
Also, we could close that statistic panel too, and it would give you a better view of your layers. Let me. There's a couple tricks here you can do to help organize these panels.
Yeah.
So grab with your left mouse button, kind of grab the top of the layers panel and start to move. Yeah, that works. It doesn't matter which way we go. So grab that and drop it onto the browser panel. So move it over the browser. No, to the left, the browser panel.
Here. Yeah.
And drop, now that it's blue, drop it. See, so now layer and browser are tabbed in the same space. There's a tab at the bottom.
Okay. Right. Oh,
and we could do the same thing with statistic. We could move statistic below it if you need that panel. You could drop that on the layer
throw it up
panel.
here too.
Yeah, no,
that didn't work out. Okay.
But yeah, onto layers. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now it makes it a little easier to see.
It does.
You have access to all three.
That's nice. Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
Now it's easier to see all your layers and organize them.
So the one called, I should totally have given them different names so I can see what's going on here.
You can rename them. So you can right click on one of those DYN layers and choose rename to give it a different name so that you can keep track of them better. So you could
Omduble. Here we go.
Omduble.
That one is I hope. Yeah.
And we might as well move the layers that we're working with to the very top instead of that, so make them easier to see.
I just have to figure out what. Okay, so this is basically the one we want. Okay. Good. And because the last one is on. Oh, oops.
Oh, that's the WMS for Jordstukke Gelden. I actually have a copy of that saved out as a polygon layer in that geo package, the Jordstukke Geldende.
Yeah. But is it only polygons? This is text as well?
Oh, it has all the attributes with it. Yeah.
Okay, good. But did I even add that one?
No, you didn't.
I didn't add it. Okay, but maybe I should because I just saved it, didn't I?
You didn't save Jordstukke. You saved.
Sure.
You just grabbed ILAO.
Okay, yeah, but that was the last one. I think I took the Jordstukke too. Just a moment. I might as well just find out. Browse. Yeah, here we go. It's still working on it.
It's a lot of polygons. But is that Jolstuke for the whole Kommune or all of Denmark?
Yeah, it's for the whole commune, but I don't see them anywhere. So maybe
Yeah.
it's because they don't.
Well, I can. They're in that geo package I gave you has that in there.
Yeah.
So I could show you how to add that if you wanted to.
I'm just wondering what. Yeah. Okay. It's the yellow one here. But that is not the whole story.
Yeah, that looks like just a partial data set to me.
Yeah. Okay. So what did you say the other one was? That was in the geo package?
Yeah. So yeah, you don't need to do that. You could just go to the browser panel.
Yeah.
And we'll add in Aarhus geo package. That little cylinder icon just below your mouse cursor. Next one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Expand
Yeah.
it.
Jordstykker gældende. That one.
Yeah. Number 2.
Okay. Number 2.
Yeah.
One. Okay.
Just the layer. Yeah.
Just a moment. Filtered. Oh, so there's more.
Don't worry about the fields. You can just right click on the polygon. And
okay, I just threw it in. Okay, that looks more like it. Still something suspicious going on.
Is there?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, maybe it's right. It just seems like some of them are very large. Okay, maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. Okay, so do they have like information on them?
I believe they do. So
okay.
I'll show you another trick.
Yeah, please.
Up on the tools, we use that we use that select by location button up at the very top middle.
Yeah, that one.
To the right, there's a little blue circle with an eye in it. Identify features. So use that and
click on something.
Yeah, and okay, so this will be the attributes for that feature, so you can see what it has for attributes.
Okay.
So matrikal number, Kommune code, Regan's code.
Yeah, okay, and then we even have registered area here. That's good.
Yeah,
okay,
because that's different than we would get in the QGIS, as I understand it, because that goes back to the original survey. So that's like the official registered area.
Okay.
As I understand it, that's the original registered area, which may be different than the area of the polygon if you measured it, because it has to do with going back to historic surveys and things. I'm getting very rapidly beyond what I know when I say things like
that. but nice try anyway. Okay, I'll just turn this one off then. Good. So now we should be at the point where we can do this fantastic analysis of I need to find out what is what here, seriously. Okay, so the purple areas here, maybe we probably should have named them. Okay, no, it's here named. Okay, good. So we now have to figure out what matricals and matrical attributes and information in general is underneath the purple.
Okay, so I'll show you what you're going to do. You're going to go to the vector menu.
Yep.
And you're going to go to that same first option, and we're going to choose, we want the intersection tool.
Intersection, let's see, scaring, I think it's called.
Scanning, yeah.
Cutting.
And so we want, so this extracts the overlapping portions of features in the input and overlay layers. Features in the output intersection layer are assigned the attributes of the overlapping features. So I think we want the input layer to be the Soba Omrolle, and then we want the overlapping layer to be the Jordstykke.
Okay, let's see. And that what by we say this is that one. Yeah. And then Jordstykke, okay.
Yeah. And then we would save this out
as the fantastic name of good. Okay, and then see if
we run into invalid geometries. Yeah, could.
What we get here. This probably gonna need a little bit of fixing this time.
And it'll take a little time too.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Oh, it's going well.
Okay.
Yep.
This is happy.
And close.
And okay, can we just make this a very nice color? Can I go in and do something about it?
Let's move it to the top too.
Yeah, but it has a stupid color. So,
okay, so what you're going to do is at the very upper left corner of the layers panel, there's a little paintbrush icon. So,
okay.
And turn that on, and that's this thing called the layer styling panel. And let's dock it over with the processing toolbox. So drag where it says lay steel art and drag that panel over and drop it onto the processing toolbox over to the right.
Can I just pick this one up and then throw it away? What do you say?
No. So the panels put itself on top of the map canvas.
Okay.
And we just want to move it over to the right side and dock it with the processing toolbox. So just yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
So move it to the right and try to put it onto the processing toolbox.
Yeah, here we go. Or at least.
Yeah, there you go. As soon as it's highlighted in blue, you can let go.
Yeah, I think I'm letting go. It is just yeah. Okay, so now I can.
And then we can kind of expand it a little bit so we can see it. But this allows you to do all the styling in QGIS, and so you can choose a different color with this nice little interactive tool.
Okay, and then apply.
You don't have to apply. That's the beauty of this, is it will change the color immediately.
Ooh.
But we need, let's make it the topmost layer in the layers panel too.
Sorry again.
Make this layer in the layers panel the topmost layer. Move it all the way to the top. So we can, yeah.
Okay, but can I then say I'd like to have this opened in a tab format so I can see what's inside?
Yeah, you could. So you can right click and choose open attribute table.
Okay, open attributes. Okay, good. If we actually get some information we can use here. Area.
The Trikolnama.
Allows cool. All right. Call. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So, oh yeah, we have the number here. Then we have we don't have the name. We have a code for the ILO, which I have to find somewhere. Oh, I wonder. I'll just check something out here. If I am lucky, I get the. Okay, here. Okay, I got the code now, and I got the name too. Oh, I'm so close to being a Jedi in QGIS.
So we could
Okay.
we could do a spatial join to join these attributes to the green layer by their location.
Yeah, that would be very helpful too. So we can get the we can get one kind of tab file with all the information in it.
Yep.
That would be helpful.
Okay, so that tool. So you would, if you want to run that tool when you're ready, let me know. I'll show you how to do that.
Okay, let's just catch up where we are here now. So now, underneath the green, we have the areas where we want our forest to be, and where we can get money for it. And we have what metrical numbers and ILO codes we have underneath it. Okay, so now if we go a couple of steps back, because this is just the areas that we know we can get money, but this is not all the areas in question. If we do the thing about trying to combine the ILO and the magical layers to the original vulnerable areas layer, then we should have it all in one file. And then I can take the selected files that I already did with the visual assessment, and then put them in, and then do some normal Excel trick on them, and trying to figure out what areas it is we're talking about.
Okay.
Okay. So how do we combine vulnerable areas with ILO and? Okay, so now, okay.
So you basically just need the ILO attributes on the vulnerable areas. Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe depending, I'll just open and see if there's magical numbers in them too. Otherwise, we have to join that afterwards. So it's like step by step. Yeah.
And are there going to be vulnerable areas that are in multiple ILO?
Definitely. It's just stretch all over the place.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. I mean, okay, good. All right, or maybe okay, good. So the ILO only contains the name of the ILO and the code of the ILO. So if we combine that with the vulnerable areas polygon, then we should have it in one file. So we say, okay, this is all the ILOs that is inside the vulnerable areas, and then we can do the same with the magical numbers.
Yeah, so I think what you would do then is run that intersection tool between the ILO and the vulnerable areas.
Yeah, okay. Let's one more time, we're gonna celebrate. So I go to vectors.
Yeah.
Do I need to turn them on before I do that, or?
No.
Okay, good. Vectors, the tool thing.
Yeah, and scanning.
Yes, you're getting good at it too.
Okay.
Okay. Then the input layer is the vulnerable
And
Here.
the overlap would be I allow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. And then I'll call that something nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Omrola, I allow.
yeah.
Skang. Or something.
Getting creative here. Okay. And then I say, okay, this is probably going to be a little longer one. Okay. Close.
Yeah.
Okay, so this should be all the I allow that is within the area of.
Yeah.
And I can just check that out.
So this way they're also cut on the I allow boundaries.
Yeah, so this is only the part of the I allow that is underneath.
Yeah.
The okay.
And so
I'll
we'll
just
have
see.
all the attributes will be there from both layers.
Yeah, I'll just see theme and I'll just see if I can find the names I want. Shape length, shape area, nice. Okay, it doesn't like it's not particularly fun on the Danish language apparently. Very resistic, very resisting indeed.
Yeah, that's annoying. There's a.
You should totally do something about that. Okay, but I'll do some Excel magic on that.
Yeah,
that should be doable. Or maybe it's the Japanese who hacked us. It's yen here. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it has to do with this thing called character encoding.
Yeah, I think Chinese is on us. This is of major international importance. Okay,
Yes.
good. So we do this one more time, and then with the matricals. Okay.
Okay.
And I am totally doing it myself. So I go in to say scanning, and I'm saying my jolly new I allow sårbar plus I allow, and then the other one would be your stykker 2. And then I'll file. Okay.
So EcoTree will then put out proposals to try to purchase some of these parcels, these matrikel.
Yeah. So that's the final step, and maybe that will involve you, and maybe it will involve the municipality. But we need to find contact details on who owns these different pieces of land, and then we will ask them if we can acquire them.
And then you manage those for
forestry. So now we do afforestation, and that is of course multi-personal, multi-purpose afforestation. But we need the land, and there's some legislation on the way that kind of put some pretty strict registration or restrictions on what they can use these vulnerable areas for.
Okay.
They probably can't use pesticides, and then a lot of the farmers would rather sell it because it's kind of tricky having organic farming and conventional farming in the same place.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have the layer, mother of all layers.
Yeah, so then this could be clipped into those that you can get paid and are
yeah, but yeah,
since it's the mother of all layers.
yeah. So this is kind of the base layer, because there's a lot of this where afforestation is kind of already planned, where that doesn't take a lot of things into consideration. So this one, I'll just see if we got all the information I want in it. We have area. Okay. But it doesn't have area on the single polygons.
So yeah, any of the areas that are showing up in here would be from the original polygons, and QGIS won't have updated those areas. So, oh, battery.
Yeah, I'm on it. Is there a way that we can find the area underneath of the single
Like
metricals?
the actual area of the polygon, or the area of the original?
Like, can we attach the area of the single polygons, the single metricals?
Well, if it was in the original matricle, it'll be in here.
True. And I think it was. I'll just see if I can. Okay, here we got a code. We got ILO. We got a.
Because I think there's the administration area or something like that. What was it called?
Find. Registrations. Okay, regional code register. Okay.
Wasn't it? Is it because this will have everything that came from those layers? So
yeah, and I think it had a local size somewhere.
yeah, it had.
That would kind of suck. But if that field was already, could it have? Shape area. That's the thing. Shape length, shape area. Okay.
That's something that gets calculated automatically when you create a shape file. So that's probably from one of the original shape files.
Yeah. But then maybe do you think it kind of that sucks. Do you think it kind of got overrated by the other one? So
yeah, well, no, it would create, if there was two fields of the same name, it would call one _1. It would add it wouldn't
okay, but then I mean it's not worth then. Okay, I'll just look into the original Jordstykker and see if we can get an attribute table on that, because then I can just do some Excel magic in worst case scenario, and then I mean search for the different names and then plug them up, or then because that is kind of pretty important with the area size. Okay, here we go. Solar core. Okay, yeah. So here we got.
Okay, so that's
okay,
not in the other.
Yes, that was.
It would have been all the way over to the right.
I'll just see if I have that. It's called registered area, that one.
Yeah, I think it was all the way over to the right.
Yeah.
There it is. It's that regions code, and it's the one to the right. It just got truncated to the first 10 digits. That's the registered area.
Ah, okay.
That's the thing.
That's
with
the thing about
shapefile.
the fucking shapefile thing again.
Yep.
So next time I'm not saving it as a shapefile, I'm saving it as a geopack.
Exactly.
Shame on the, I knew it.
But you have the data.
I have the data, okay, fair enough.
You just have to, you might need to write down what that field is called now so that you remember it, but.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So
yeah, you have everything.
Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah, I guess that was what I wanted. So now we can't, yeah. So there's no way that we can identify the polygons that's partly overlapped by an area, or isn't there a tool that say, okay, what polygons are intersected by this road, for example?
Okay, so what we did, yeah, literally cut the boundary where those two layers intersected. So we don't have the entire matricle. We have just the part that overlaps the vulnerable areas.
Hey, wait a minute, do we? Because this data, the registered area, does that taking into account that the matricle is cut in half?
No.
Or does it just take the information for the original one?
From the original one.
Okay, good. So we actually have that data now.
Yeah.
So this is actually
that's the official registered area for that matricle.
Okay, so it doesn't tell anything about what is actually underneath the umbrella.
Well, we can calculate the area of these polygons, so you can see the difference.
Yes, let's do that.
Do you think registered area is in is that square meters or hectares? What do you think that is?
Oh, that's square meters.
Okay.
Because I mean, some of the numbers are way too high to be hectares.
Okay. So yeah, we can.
You do remember that a hectare is 2 soccer fields, right?
What's that?
You do remember that a hectare is 2 acres, or like 2 football fields, right?
Yeah, I knew that it was roughly 2 acres, but I didn't think about the football field thing.
No, but that's a nice thing when you like look at the reality. So if something is like 16,008, like, yeah, wait a minute. So that's probably not likely in Denmark that something is that big if it's in hectares.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's just the little sanity check here.
Okay. Yeah.
So it must be.
We could add a new column to this called, square meters and calculate that.
Yeah. Or I can do it in a different manner, but yeah, that it would probably be more.
How would you do it?
More useful to have it. But if they all did it in square meters, I guess it could mess up a little bit. But yeah, so you can actually just add another column. Okay, why don't we do that just right away?
So click the little pencil icon in the table over to the left to put the table into edit mode.
Oh, that one, sorry. Yep.
And now there's a magnifying glass button, and then to the right of that there's a yellow button with an arrow.
Yeah, 4 arrows to be precise. Yeah.
To the right, no, to the right, the other way.
The other way, okay.
Yeah, so that's add a new field.
Yeah.
And so you give it a name. You're limited to 10 characters.
Yeah.
And don't use spaces.
HA. Yeah.
And so then we have to figure out you want you probably want some decimal places with this. Right now, it's important here when you create a new field what type you create. So if you create integer, it'll just hold whole numbers, and you can't change that effect. So
decimal
number real.
Yeah.
And then the precision is how many decimal places you want it to hold. So you can choose
1.
Okay.
Because so it's point something, right? When you say 1. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Exactly.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
We're talking about
okay.
rough stuff here. Yeah. Okay.
And just save the table. I'm going to show you a plugin that makes this super easy. So are you familiar with plugins? Probably not. You are.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I plugged data shooting in and everything. Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and close the table and save the edits. Yeah. Okay.
How did I just not save the edits right there?
Yeah, you can see the layer in the layers panel, so it has the pencil on it, so you can do it from there too.
Okay, I'll just do. Why don't I just do that?
Yeah, right click and
stop them and save it. What?
Yeah.
Stop it and then save it. Okay, good.
And it's a big table, so it takes a minute. So the plugin we're going to look for is called Calculate Geometry. And there's ways to do this with expressions in QGIS, but the plugin is so easy to use that.
Good. So we're not into QSL. Tried a little bit with that. It didn't really work out for me.
QSL.
Yeah, you can do
SQL.
SQL. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But you can also do these analyses with using that instead. So like take this, but not take this, and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
So go to the plugins manager. So
I'm just
plugin
layers off here.
Yeah, of course.
Plugin, yeah. Plugin administration.
Yep.
There we go.
And go to the Ala tab, all.
Yep.
And search for calculate geometry.
You have to spell that aloud.
Calculate.
I'm dyslexic. You have to spell it aloud.
Oh, C-A-L-C.
C-A-L-C.
Yeah, that should be enough. So now you see the calculate geometry.
Geometry. Yeah. And I say install plug.
Yeah. And close. Local window. Okay. So now right click on your Sobe Almrola ILAO Matrico layer.
Try again. Sorry, this is a bit noisy. Yeah.
Right click on your layer in the layers panel.
Yeah. Okay.
And you'll see oh no, is that the one, or is it the one down farther down?
Moment. This is the one.
Okay. So see calculate geometry is there now. In that list.
No. Yep. Yeah. Here we go. Yep.
So for area, for the field, you can find that field you just added from the list. So click the arrow next to area, where it says field equals area.
Sorry, I was just okay. Try again.
So and pick the field for area that you just added. And it's probably at the bottom of the list.
Under area field.
Yeah. See, I think we added it to the.
Is it the wrong one?
Yeah.
Wrong layer?
I think we added it. Okay. Yeah, we added it to this one.
Try this one. Okay. Calculate geometry. Okay.
All the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Area hectare.
One called registered. Yeah.
But you
want here. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
And then for the units, choose hectares.
Hectares. Okay.
And we don't have to do perimeter. You can uncheck that.
Yeah.
So on the upper left, uncheck perimeter.
Yep.
Yep. And just click OK. And this takes a little bit to compute them all, but I think it's still working, because usually when it's done, it. Let's click on one of those layers with the identify tool, that little yellow circle with the eye in it, the blue circle with the eye.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
still,
I understand.
It's working.
I'm just trying to move the layer a little bit. It's still thinking.
It's still calculating. Yeah, a lot of polygons to calculate here.
Mm-hmm.
But that's but it will populate that column with the hectares of each polygon. So you'll have the official registered size and the actual size of this.
Yeah, and I can see whether it. I can just make a little sanity check by seeing. I know the original area of the vulnerable area, and I can just see what the difference is. If it's the same, it just cut it off. If it's not the same, it didn't cut it off.
Right. Exactly, and you can see what proportion of that matricle would be forested. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can see on the single level. Yeah, no, you unfortunately can't see it on the single level, but you can see it on the overall level, which is also good. And
so yeah, this is probably take a couple of minutes.
Yeah, cool. In the meantime, okay, so the next little task would be see if we can identify all the matricles as kind of being intersected by the polygon line.
Which polygon line?
Okay, so the problem with this method is that we have only taken the part of the different matricles there's underneath the umbrella, the layer of the vulnerable areas. Now, which means we don't have identified the actual matricles, only the part that is covered. Is there a way to say, okay, I want to have all the polygons that is intersecting this line? I guess that kind of tool would probably be developed, because it would be very useful when you're making a new road, for example.
Yeah. So, but what are you talking about with the what line? So we have the.
Okay.
We have the matricle polygons.
Yeah. You have the vulnerable area polygon here.
Yeah.
And then underneath it, you have a number of matricles. Some of them are covered a little bit, some of them are entirely covered.
Right.
But if we want to have all the polygons, there's just, all the matricles there are intersected.
Okay, so distinguishing between the matricles that fall completely within a vulnerable area versus those that are partially in, partially out.
Yeah, because the thing is that yeah, I'm just wondering if we actually already have the answer to that question, because we probably need to buy the whole matricle and not just a little piece of it. But I guess we already have the numbers. We already have we have identified the matricles that has been in touch with
a vulnerable area. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll have we have the square, the original. They're probably not going to be identical, but we have the original area information and the calculated hectares, and so you could use that to figure out which ones are.
I mean, we don't have a layer that's kind of just marks all the affected matricles. Maybe that could be nice. I don't know.
So what you'd get that by using the select by location tool. So that select by location tool will allow you to select, for example, from the matricule, the original matricule layer, which of those are contained entirely within the vulnerable areas, and it will allow you to just select those that are completely enclosed within the vulnerable areas. And then you could also use it to select the ones that are just intersecting. And
okay, so and then I can, that is a two-step process. So I can then join them in one layer and say, okay, this is all of it.
Yeah, so one thing you could do is this could be a step to add to the very beginning of the process, actually, where you add a new column to the matricule layer at the very beginning, and that would contain whether that matricule is entirely within a vulnerable area or if it's partially within a vulnerable area.
Yeah.
And you could create a new attribute column, and then you could use the select by location tool to select those matricule that are completely within a vulnerable area and calculate the value for those in that new column, and use the word like entirely within or something. And then you could calculate the ones that just intersect and calculate those in the table to be partially within. And then you'd have that attribute information as part of your matricule. And then if you went through this whole thing, by the time you got to this point, you'd have that attribute in there that would identify whether that matricule is wholly or partially in the vulnerable area.
That, I mean, that information could probably be nice to have for the ones who's going to buy. Maybe we should just try to do that when this is finally done, as like the last little step, because that, I guess, a layer with the actual metricals on them would probably be nice to have for the agency that's going to buy them.
Okay, they're fertig.
Yeah.
So you can right click on this layer and take it out of edit mode and save the edits again, because this calculate geometry tool actually puts the layer into edit mode to do that. So.
Okay, I'll just see. I'll just. Oh, it's got hectares in them.
Yep.
Okay. Seriously, it kind of. Maybe I should just try something. Just look very big. Okay, I guess this one is very big. Wow, that's a huge. Oh, it's still thinking. Okay, we're talking about quite a bit of data here.
Yeah, we are. So yeah, calculating the value and then saving the table takes a few minutes.
Yeah. So a little. How do I erase polygons from a layer that I shouldn't use for anything?
I guess that depends. You can select polygons by their attributes, or you can select them based on their relationship to other polygons. So
yep.
Either way. So once they're selected, then you can delete them.
Okay, because I know a lot of these ones, for example, I mean, they are of no use to me.
Because they're too small.
Huh?
Because they're too small, like
because they're inside the city, and I don't have the layer that says this is city ground, for example, or I don't know which one it is. So we could actually, but that's in the analysis just have excluded that, but I don't know where to find it. So,
but that's in that municipal plan, isn't it?
probably is. I guess I would deal with that later.
That layer
but
that I put in my project that you have.
it
has that
it
zoning.
probably is. Huh?
I think it has that, what we call in English, zoning, whether it's residential or commercial or industrial, or so that layer could be used to erase residential areas from this, using it.
So what I would do is taking the layers again and making an extra layer that says out with that.
So you'd use that Foskel tool to erase the residential areas from this.
Okay, I'll try to do that myself and feel good about it. Okay, so we are trying to make this other
with the matricle. So we want
we're trying to make that matricle, the exclusive matricle layer,
and the vulnerable areas.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's just turn on those two then.
Okay.
So the Jordstykke toe. Oh, Soberområde.
Yeah, this one,
that
the
one,
grand old, and the matricle one.
Isn't it Jordstykke gældende toe?
Yeah. Where is it? Where is it?
It's 3 layers above.
Yeah.
Sober.
There we go. This one. Yeah. Let's just remove that one too. Okay. And the Jordstykke should be underneath.
So let's first open up the attribute table for the Jordstykke, and we'll add a new column to it to store this information.
At the moment, it didn't really. Why isn't the vulnerable areas on top of it? Oh, because that has a. Yeah. Just a moment. I probably need to. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, why indeed.
Okay. I don't know. Just like it doesn't exist. This guy is like nice and transparent.
That's weird.
I guess it's
So
just,
it's like they're white.
Yeah.
But they're supposed to be purple. Let me see. What do you have going on there?
I think it's just getting a little tired, that one.
Let's just try changing the color.
Yeah, I can. The color is actually. It tries to tell me it's super blue.
Well, both of these are underneath the ortho photo, but let's try to move. Maybe let's move them above the ortho photo.
Yeah, we can try to do that. Now they're white. Okay, this is getting really.
Let's turn off the Jordstykke and just have the vulnerable areas on for a minute. And
okay, so it just doesn't
go down.
Accept my right to
go down to the layer rendering, lay ultining. Down at the bottom of the layers panel, there's a little section that's collapsed right now. Yeah, right to the left of your cursor. Lay ultining. Yeah.
Okay.
Layer rendering. I just wanted to see if I wanted to make sure it wasn't semi-transparent or anything, but it looks normal. So is it? What if we turn off the communa boundaries above it? Is that up near the top of the layer panel?
No, it's all right.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why it's really strange. Let's save your project too while we're at it.
Probably a good idea, yeah. But yeah.
Well, they're there. I don't know why they are looking white. That's really strange.
I don't know
Probably
if,
like
if
probably if we closed, saved the project and closed it and reopened it, it would probably look normal, but I don't know why they are. Anyway. Okay, so we want to add a new column to the jordstykke.
Yeah.
So we would open up the attribute table for that.
no, we already did that, yeah? The jordstykke already have the hectare thing in it.
But we want one that identifies whether they're completely within or partially within a vulnerable area.
Fair enough. We'll open it as a tab file.
Yeah.
Okay. And that requires a bit of thinking.
It does.
But there is a reasonable amount of data.
There is a reasonable amount, yeah.
Maybe we should have started by cutting all the city zones out. That would reduce the amount of data very much.
That's true. Is that but that's not in here. We'd have to use the plan to do that, yeah.
Maybe we should just crap, yeah, it's different layers. But maybe we should just do that, because otherwise I think this might take a little bit of time.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So you you have the other project open, yeah?
The other project open?
Yeah.
That
So
one.
you can right click on the Kommune plan and copy it.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Yep.
And then copy it.
Copiale.
Yeah. And then
you paste it into this other project. So right click on there. Inset.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so now we have that, and what category?
We should probably take it from our new baby up here. So we made one of the layers we can actually use. So why is there two of these? Oh, here we go. Yeah. So this one is our latest, and let's try to sort in that one.
But if we want the original matrico layer to be, that one's already clipped basically to the vulnerable areas. So don't we want to know if a matrico is completely or partially within a vulnerable area?
Yeah. We want, yeah.
And that's already been clipped to the vulnerable area.
True. Yeah. Okay, so we make a sårbar område that's kind of reduced. Jordstykker that's reduced to the amount of actual jordstykker that we are looking for.
Yeah, so we need to figure out which parts of the Kommune plane to eliminate from the jordstykke.
Yeah. So we go up to vector again here, and I guess we are looking for. Because we are cutting out living areas, boligområder, and boligerhverv. Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
I'll just zoom in a little bit to see what kind of area we're talking about here. No. We are just starting by cutting the one called
boligområder.
Yeah, there's a lot of them we can actually cut out, really. So the boligområder one and the yellow one, and the pink one. We can cut all those out, no problem.
Okay.
Can you do that at once, or do you have to do it step by step?
Yeah, so what we want to do is I'm thinking we need to select those pieces of the Kommune plane so that we can use them in relation to the jordstykke.
Okay.
So we need to open up the attribute table of the Kommune plane.
Yep.
and we need to select features in this layer. So we need to click the little button that has the E on it, like the sigma. Yep. Select features by expression, and we need to go into the filter or value, the fields and values.
Yes.
Fields and values.
Yeah, there we go.
So expand that so we can see all the fields. Click the little button to the left.
Okay. Yeah.
And we want the field called ANVGEN. Yeah. Just below district.
Yeah. So use, area use.
Yeah.
And then
So double click on that to add that field to your expression window and use the equals operator.
Yep.
And then over on the right, click the all values button, all unique, over to the lower right.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
And the Bowley Umrola is code 11. So double click 11.
Yep. And say double click. Okay.
Just double click, and that adds it. And then we need then type the word and in, AND.
Yeah.
And then a space.
Space.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we're going to do that same thing. ANVGEN, that same field again.
Yeah.
Equals. And so we need to. So the other one that we wanted to remove was
let's see, the
Planobolio Eaheo.
just 2 seconds here. We got the pink one.
The pink one. Oh yeah, center. So that's code 41. So type
that's 41 in. Okay. Yeah.
And then
and
one more time, and then and
space equal
space, field equals.
Okay.
The yellow one.
Yeah, something about the yellow one. Yeah, a bit of a tricky one. Some of it might. Wish I could just. No, that won't do. Okay, no.
So we have the center and the Bowley so far.
Yeah. I guess that's gonna be the only one, because I can see some of them actually have areas that we might be interested in.
Okay.
Okay.
But that'll help. Yeah, just getting rid of those two a lot.
So I just erased the last part until 41.
Exactly. And then click select features.
Yeah. And just have to think a little bit now.
Wait a minute, did it say it didn't find any?
Yeah, it actually totally did. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Instead of and, use an or. Shit. Sorry. Where it says and, type or.
It has to be O instead.
Yeah.
Oh, right, of course.
Because it's not going to equal 11 and 41. It's going to either equal that or the other. So I think it has to be OR. It has to be in English. Like Ella. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So now hit select features again. It should work this time. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, it says that it's matching a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so we can close this.
Okay.
And so we have those areas selected. And
so I guess they were, they're deselected or selected.
They're selected.
Okay.
So now we're going to go to the vector menu. What are we doing? we're gonna do this difference. Okay, so yeah, if you're going to use the difference tool, so we're going to use the what was that? Forescope.
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 Yeah.
And we're going to have the input layer be the Jordstykke.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the overlapping is going to be the commune plane. And we want to select the selected features.
Okay.
Just click the little box below commune plane to the left.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. And then we make a little call it a name again.
Yeah. So this will basically remove or erase the matricle that are in the selected parts of the commune plane.
Yeah. Okay.
And run. It's funny, que just means like to drive. And run is actually lobe. So you'd think it would be lobe.
But it's just a lot of things can be directly translated.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess this would make it a lot easier to handle because it takes an enormous amount of data away.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I could do is basically just doing the whole process again, then with a reduced.
And it would be faster.
Okay.
And it would be good practice because you going through it again, it will sink in a little more.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of a pain to have to redo things, but
Oh,
when you're just learning, it helps.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's a bit of a thinking.
Yeah, this is going to take a little while. So how many countries is EcoTree operating in?
Currently, apart from France, where the main headquarters are, we are operating in Denmark and UK, and we are looking into a couple of others. So, I mean, they just started this office, basically. I mean, a lot of countries that we are sort of strongly represented in, we can't plant any trees, like the Netherlands, for example. There's nowhere to plant trees.
Right.
The Netherlands pretty much look like this map. It's just cities all over. And land are way too expensive for, there's no rate of return. Oh, this might take some time.
Yep, this is gonna take some time. So do you live in Copenhagen?
Not anymore. No, I've moved up north to Fredensborg, not so far away from the School of Forestry. Actually, if you've ever been there.
Yeah. I Helsinge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even further.
Yeah.
Helsinge is the countryside. Fredensborg is like partly on the countryside.
Yeah.
I found a nice place with a couple of hectares of land and stuff. So.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. Living
I love
the
it
dream.
up here.
It is very nice. There's a reason why everyone want to live there. It's a pain every time you go in for work, but I guess you can work remotely most of the time.
Yeah, I only have to go in a couple days a week, so it's fine.
That's nice.
And we have we have Greece, and so.
Oh, nice. Okay. I guess you make some good barbecue then.
We have a little the little local train station here. So.
Oh, that's nice. How much land do you got?
Oh no! I meant we have a train. We have a train station and the pig. Exactly.
Yeah. It's close to us too. There's another line going to from Hillerød to Helsingør.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually one of the ones I go in the morning as well. but there's so many horses, so they completely rip up the footpaths in the forest. Stupid animals. So it's kind of a little troublesome to go to the station in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Okay. My guess is that this might take a while. So just talking about the last points in the end here.
Okay.
So this, if we run out of time, we have about a quarter. Then there's lunch. The thing about, maybe you can make a description of how I am to achieve this last layer. This exclusive the actual metricals in one layer, only the ones we're interested in.
Yeah, I can email you the step-by-step instructions right now.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, this has helped me enormously. Yeah, there's a lot of information that's difficult to obtain unless you do the whole course from scratch. Oh, and if you don't want that, it's really difficult to find out. And I guess I've really learned the good tools here. And I can see I've actually been doing some of the right things. It's just using the wrong file format.
Right. Yeah. When you have a WMS layer, there's nothing you can do with it except look at it. So.
Yeah. Okay. That's
WFS
a really good point.
Is your friend.
Yeah. And next time I'm saving in a geo package, so I actually get the name with it. So whether it is your company or Aarhus Kommune that's going to help us with the last part of getting.
Oh, let's finish.
Okay, yeah. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, that looks better.
Good. So this should be the. Okay, nice. Okay, that sure helped. Okay, there's still quite a bit of data. Let's just put it like that. But
much bigger polygons.
Yeah, much less. Okay. That's nice. Okay, so there was areas that didn't take. Okay. That's odd.
So that what category is that in the commune plane?
It's probably the yellow ones, areas with public interest.
Ah, okay.
But that I could see that included some fields too that might be interesting planting forest on. So that's why I didn't include them. Okay, fair enough. It's probably because it's owned by the municipality. Could be.
Oh, and actually, some of those parcels are actually outside the commune boundary. When I grabbed this, I did it quick yesterday afternoon, so I didn't clip it to the commune boundary. So that's why.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
That won't even matter to you. So, and that's another thing we could do is we could clip this to the commune boundary, which would help too.
Yeah. So that will be the same of. Maybe we should just do that right away, just for the fun. So you will go into vectors.
Vector,
and then
clip,
scaring,
clip.
Oh, clip. Okay. Yeah. And then you would say
that and clip to. So we have to select the Aarhus Kommune. So
yeah,
you want to select the Kommune layer in the layers panel.
Yeah. Oh, down here.
In the actual layers panel where all the layers are listed.
Yeah.
We want to select the Kommune in dealing. No, that's a WF. We do. Oh, you don't have the Kommune boundary. You only have it as a WMS.
Yeah.
That's another layer I had in my project.
Okay,
go back to the other one. We can go and grab.
I'll take it in here.
Yeah. Copy and paste Kommune up at the top.
This one? No.
Third one.
This one.
Yeah. So copy.
Yeah, and then I just paste it in here.
Paste. And you may.
Sorry, I did something probably not right.
I just kind of collapse the Kommune plane layer. So we need to paste this. We need to hit the little arrow to the left of it. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Now right click. You need to have that empty space to paste the layer.
Yeah. Tilføj-gruppe.
Nej, insert lay, the bottom option.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So that's a commune boundary.
And
So
we need
vectors?
we need to select the Aarhus Kommune. So use the select tool right under the processing menu. Next to the
That one?
yes. Use that and click on Aarhus Kommune.
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay, did it select it?
Okay, something changed, I could see.
Okay, because that's important.
I don't know what changed. Yeah. Occasionally it's kind of looking like it's highlighting it, but it's difficult to see.
Open up the attribute table for Kommune and let's see if it has a selected record.
Right.
Yeah. One is selected.
Okay, good. I can close this again.
Yeah. Okay, so now we can open up that clip tool.
Vector.
Yeah.
Clip.
And
Okay.
and the layer you're gonna clip is the matricula bolio
okay.
into Omrola. And you're gonna clip it to the Kommune, but just the selected record. No,
So
it
isn't the other way around?
Yeah, it is the other way around.
Okay, good. So first we have this. Yeah, and then we have Kommune.
And that's gonna select Kommune is in the middle. 999.
Oh, yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
use only selected feature just below it. Check that box. It's very important.
Good. And then give it a name.
Yeah. And so this will just be, Aarhus matricula bolio central.
Boink. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Okay. And
okay.
Oh, no spaces in there.
Okay. So we know how to fix this.
Yeah. So I go into magic department here.
Processing Werkzeugkasse. And you want to select the right layer in the layers panel. So it's the matricula bolio central Omrola is the one you have to have selected.
Oh crap.
Layers panel.
Just a moment. I guess it didn't hurt that I fixed the other one too. Yeah, here?
Yeah, exactly. And then click on that again. This will take a little longer because it's more features.
Yeah. I think. Well.
So when these both finish, it will have put the layers into edit mode, and you need to take each layer out of edit mode and save your edits. So right click on matricula in the layers panel.
Yep.
And
take it out of it.
Take it out and save.
Save.
And do the same to Kommune.
Yeah, good.
And let's while we're there, let's click on Kommune with the select tool. Sometimes when you edit a layer, it clears the selected features, and I just want to make sure that Aarhus Kommune is still selected.
Okay, something like that.
Yep. And now click on it on the map. On the map, just click on
yeah, okay.
Anywhere. Yeah, okay. So now rerun the tool. And this one will take a minute too, because it's still a lot of polygons to clip. That looks like it's working fine.
So how can I just save the attribute table as an Excel file?
Yeah, you can. You can. So to do that, so it's finished.
Yeah. Was it satisfied?
Yeah,
Not really.
yeah, it's finished.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I got it here. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you wanted to save the attribute table, you just export the layer and you choose Excel as the format.
Okay. So I go in and right click on it and I say export.
Yeah.
Save features as.
Yeah. And where it says format, you choose Excel. So it's up at the very, very top where it says
oh yeah,
package.
okay, right. And then I just say Excel.
MS Office Open XML. It's about almost near the bottom.
Yeah. Here, okay, that one.
Yep.
Yep.
So that'll save out the attribute table as a spreadsheet.
Okay, I'll just
and just you need to click the little ... button off to the right and save it into the correct folder. But
all right, I'll just give it a name. Slash. Okay. Yeah, that should just be more or less the.
yeah, it's going to force you to type a name again, I think.
Like this. Yep.
Yep. And okay.
All right. Okay, let's see what I get.
And a nice little green banner is going to pop up across the top of the map when this is finished.
Yep.
And that's actually a link to the folder where this Excel sheet lives. So you can use that as a nice handy link to click on it and open up your file explorer when it appears.
That is a nice little feature. Okay, that one you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, is it going to open it? Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Okay, okay.
And it highlights it.
That's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
Really, Mapinfo Archis should probably think about. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm just having a real brief look. Now I'm kind of on my comfort zone again. Yeah, so it's just it doesn't like things.
Yeah, that's annoying. That might have been a casualty of using shapefiles too. If you, I think.
But I mean that can be fixed.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Just find and replace.
Yeah. So now I just my final list with magicals. I just need to convert them into something where I can search for them here. Okay.
Yeah, there's
okay.
Matricule number.
And here we have the area in hectares.
Yep.
And some of them are apparently a bit too small. We probably should have
created an extra decimal.
That was not very smart.
But you know how to do it now.
Yeah, now I do it.
So the thing with that is you can't change the existing field. You just have to create a new field with 2 or 3 decimal places.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then I should do it with without the city zones too, because that was just too much. Okay, I think we are reaching a conclusion here.
So yeah,
the
just
last
let me
thing-
know if you want another session or not after this, or if you have questions, we could have another quick question answer period or whatever you do.
Yeah, and it's definitely very, very useful, and a much quicker way of getting into touch with things instead of taking a course from scratch.
Yeah.
These are really good tools indeed. Thank you very much, and
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to talk to you later. 'Cause
I'm sure you will. Yeah.
I will forget a lot of these things again.
So
But,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this recording, and I'm going to write out the directions for how to tell if matrikel is entirely within vulnerable area or partially within.
Yeah, or and sort of how to identify them in some way, mark them or whatever.
Yeah. I'll show you. I'll write out how to do that.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I have to digest a little bit all the things that you taught me, and then find out what to do with it. But I'm definitely a lot further than I was 3 hours ago.
Oh, great.
Thank you very much. Have a very
Great.
nice day, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Ilimo,
How do I get out of this? I forgot.
down at the bottom, you should be able to stop your screen sharing.
Okay, wait a minute.
Stop. Here, I think I can.
That's it, and
Okay,
then I say leave.
Yep.
Have a nice day.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Bye.